Here we are, back again, same old place we've ever been. It's Miscommunication, and I am joined by...
Sorry, Talkan. I need to turn my mic on. It's been a long, long day.
And we are here for a decider game, Talkan. This is a decider game in our tournament. We have the Santa Cruz Harbor Hellcats versus the LADD Riots. Both of these teams will be going tomorrow to the championship day here at Battle for the Coast. Now we're just determining who's number 1 seed and who's number 2 seed into our semifinals.
Yeah, both teams have won 3 games this evening. So the first jam is underway. And Santa Cruz wearing white. They've changed their jersey color. And Hot Wheels is jamming, and she's gotten out first, and she's been declared lead jammer. And Adrian's Revenge is jamming for the Harbor Hellcats, and she's gotten out of the pack. Chelsea Smile doing a nice job keeping Hot Wheels in the pack, forcing her to call it. And 4 points going on the board for LADD.
Great move there by Hot Wheels and the LA Derby Dolls, pulling ahead 4-0 here in the very first jam. 19 minutes on that clock. That's 19 minutes to determine who is seated first tomorrow.
Second jam underway with Heartless Harpy jamming, and
that's Honey Brasco out in front, lead jammer, LADD.
90-21 going to the penalty box for the LA Riots. They'll be starting the next jam with only 3 skaters on the track. And I've been waiting to say this all day. This is the penultimate game of the day.
Oh, penultimate. Fancy.
Yeah.
I save up my big words sometimes too, but right now I've got some small words. 8-0, 18 minutes left on the clock, and some more small words for you today. Saturday Night Sound. They do event hosting, sound equipment rental, karaoke, and more. Find them at SaturdayNightSound.com.
This next jam is underway with Hazard jamming for Santa Cruz and Jackie Nimble jamming for LADD. Hazard pushing her way to the front, and she gets through and gets called lead jammer. That's the first time that Santa Cruz has gotten lead this jam. And it looks like Jackie Nimble heading to the penalty box, leaving Hazard the only jammer on the track currently.
This is a great opportunity for Santa Cruz to rally and pick up a few points in this power jam, but I know it's going to be a hard-fought battle against the defending 2-time champions.
Somebody had asked me earlier whether or not it would be a disadvantage to Santa Cruz for them to play 2 games in a row, and I actually said that I thought that it would be better for them because it's more like a real bout experience, longer period of time. They're warmed up. So we'll see how the next 20 minutes go.
Hazard picking up 5 points, headed through the pack, but that power jam has ended as Jackie Nimble is back in the fray. Talkan.
And she's using some awesome footwork to get through as well. And in the meantime, Health Hazard is also going to the penalty box for a cut, leaving Jackie Nimble the only jammer on the track, and this will go with the full 2 minutes.
We've got about 30 seconds remaining in the jam. Let's see what LA does with this power jam.
They put up 5. And looks like Jackie's trying to call the jam and realizes that she's not the lead jammer, having been in the penalty box.
Raven being sent off for a high block. 1 point for Hazard. You know, Jackie wasn't even lead jammer to begin with. Hazard actually had that status in the last jam.
That's right.
Score now with 15 minutes on the clock, 13-5. Riots on top, but we've still got plenty of derby in this game.
My guess is that Jackie, maybe she usually gets lead jammer and just sort of assumed that, of course, she was lead jammer because that's usually the outcome for her.
I think you sometimes assume also, I'm the only one on the track, so I must be lead.
That's right. And Hot Wheels through the pack and being declared lead, no, not lead jammer, with Pony picking up lead jammer, and she quickly calls it off. No points being scored this last jam.
That's right. Pony being declared lead jammer, and then the pack ate that baby, and she had to rework her way through the pack. Hot Wheels made it out, and of course then Pony called off the jam. No change in score. It's about 14 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this game.
There's two LADD blockers standing in the penalty box getting ready to re-enter, and there was quite a bit of yelling from their bench as they had fielded 4 blockers on the track, and they caught that in time. Adrian's revenge on the jamming for Santa Cruz.
And Honey Brasco for the Riots.
And she's called lead jammer. Victoria Mayhem going to the penalty box for Santa Cruz. And Adrian is still struggling to get through the pack. Nice blocking by 8 a.m.
Morningwood and Hurtlock are locking down the pack, making it hard for Adrian's to get through the pack.
Honey Brasco getting through the pack, picking up 5 for LADD. She does it again. Victoria returning to the track out of the penalty box.
Big hit on Honey Brasco off of turn 1. Santa Cruz backs it up and builds a bridge, and that allows their jammer to be sprung free. Honey Brasco calls off the jam. Score 23-6 right now with 13 minutes left in the game.
We've got Sonic the Hedgehog, number 91, on the jam line for LA Riots, along with Heartless Harpy for Santa Cruz. I believe this is the first time that Sonic the Hedgehog is jammed in this game. Sonic able to work her way to the inside, juking around the opposing team, and gets called lead jammer, while Hustle and Flow, number 831, being called to the penalty box for Santa Cruz.
She's called out on a multiplayer block.
And Heartless Harpley's finally out of the pack. Riots pick up 4 points and call the jam.
Got a lot of hard-hitting action out there. 27-6, a 19-point lead right now for, wait, I can do math, a 21-point lead for LADD right now at 12 minutes remaining.
It's been a long day.
Sorry, Tall Can. Barbie told me math was hard when I was 8 years old, and I haven't looked back.
Next jam is underway with Hot Wheels forcing her way through the front of the pack, getting called lead jammer. And Hazard for Santa Cruz still struggling to make her way through that. Strong 3-wall being put up by LADD.
Got a multiplayer block on Marina Del Rage, number 90. And also, the Schwartz will be lost to the penalty box on a multiplayer block as well.
Hot Wheels calls the jam and picks up 2 points.
33-6 right now, 11 minutes remaining. And you know, Talcan, what I'm noticing about Santa Cruz is that I think LA is kind of pulled into their head a little bit because I'm seeing them doing a lot of chasing out in front of the pack, which leads to that out-of-play call, and they have to let the jammer go rather than staying together, building a wall, and keeping her close to the pack. And so I'm wondering if maybe the, oh my gosh, I'm playing LADD is maybe getting to them.
That could be. That could be. They not exactly the same roster of players, but they faced each other last year and lost, and they were very disappointed by that.
It's number 562, Whip and Ash, lead jammer.
With Rosa Pony pretty closely behind her, trying to catch up. And there's two blockers from LA in the penalty box. Number 90 just being released, both blockers being released. So both teams will be starting the next jam with full 4 blockers, 2 jammers, 5-on-5.
Start your marketing campaign off right with V3 Printing. They do commercial printing, specialty packaging, and more. They are found at www.v3corporation.com. Score 34-6. We've got less than 10 minutes on the clock. Talcan.
We've got Adrian's Revenge jamming for Santa Cruz, and I believe it's Sonic the Hedgehog jamming for the LA Riots. And she's getting knocked around pretty well by Chelsea Smile, number 13 from the Hellcats. But she's able to get through and get called lead jammer while Adrian's visiting the penalty box with a cut call.
LA right now looking to lengthen their load. Morningwood filling it out, and the Riots staying put. So you're watching some sausage being made right now, Derbyverse.
Santa Cruz resetting. Nice offensive blocking by the Riots, trying to create some room for their jammer to get through. And long pack. She gets through and picks up an additional 5 points. And Adrian was released from the penalty box at the end of that jam, so both teams will be fielding a jammer in the start of the next jam.
10 points for the Riots on that last power jam brings our score 44-6 with 8.5 minutes left in the game. Again, both of these teams will see play tomorrow on our championship Sunday, but only one of them will be seated in first place.
Okay, well, this is interesting. I think that this is the first time I've seen this all day, that a team is actually starting on the pivot line. Harbor Hellcats started at the pivot line instead of blocking up at the jam line.
We're bringing 2008 back, I promise, someday, folks.
But we're definitely bringing the fun back to Derby.
LADD fielding, Jackie nimble, Jackie quick. Jackie is lead jammer.
And Heartless Harpy still trying to get her way through the pack. Being held back by a strong three wall by the Riots. Nice hit to the inside by Lexi Lucifer, a recent transfer from Monterey Bay.
Big hit to the outfield, but it looks like we've got...
That's Hustle and Flow going to the penalty box.
I believe that was a forearm. Sometimes I get confused when the official's back is to me and they're saying it's a penalty, but I think that was a forearm. Team timeout being called for Santa Cruz. We're seeing a lot of fight out there on the track. Both of these teams wanting that first place seeding to go ahead and play.
Bad?
To play San Fernando Valley tomorrow. Oh. Yes, 46-6, 7:12 remaining, and Santa Cruz doing a shimmy. So yes, I'm noticing this thing, Talcan. We've got the hands up in the air. Now, I get that they're chanting Hellcats, but I have seen them put their arms up before. Is that a rally cry that they do?
It must be. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what that signifies. I haven't been around the team long enough to know what that cheer is. I'm sure I can ask and find out, so next time I'll have an answer for you. But
I'm sure that our inquiring viewers would like to know, because see, you've got two blockers on the line with their arms up in the air, like so, and then sometimes there's a little mew that goes off, but that's because they're kitties.
Yes.
Back to the action on the track.
We've got A6, the Schwartz for the LA Riots, and Health Hazard number 4 for the Hellcats.
This is the first time in this game the Schwartz has jammed.
And she gets through and gets called lead, so it's working out so far. Well, Hazard's still struggling to get through a strong 3-wall. Nice blocking by number 75.
The Riots holding lead jammer status the last 7 jams, and the Schwartz is with us out on the track, Talcan.
She's still making her way through, trying to pick up that last point on that scoring pass. And she picks up 5 and calls it.
51-6 now with 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Next jam starting off with 8 a.m. Morning Wood jamming for the LA Riots, and Roasted Pony 667 jamming for the Harbor Hellcats. And other than some penalty trouble earlier on in the game, so far this has been a pretty penalty-free game, pretty clean. Morning Wood trying to work her way up through the inside, doing a nice job, gets through and gets called lead jammer. While Pony's still trying to get through, trying to get some assistance from Dirty, trying to help her out and clear a way for her. Pony gets through while Morning Wood is getting through the pack, looking towards her bench, picks up 4 points, and looks like her bench is telling her to call it, which she does.
Riot's doing a spectacular job. They go ahead and say, oh, you got your points, but we've got a little while for the Pony to trot back to the pack, so let's burn a little time off the clock. That clock now reads 5 minutes and 15 seconds, score 55-6.
And starting this next jam, Sly Fox 115 for the LA Riots is on the line. First time I'm seeing her on the jam line for this game this evening. And Adrian's Revenge returning to the jam line for the Harbor Hellcats.
Adrian's Revenge looking to get around Jackie Nimble, proving to be a double threat. And
Sly Fox gets out, gets called lead jammer. Hot Wheels going to the penalty box. Sounds like it was a call for elbows.
Whip and Ash headed out on a forearms call. Riots pretty penalty heavy in the last 2 jams, Talcan.
Sly Fox gets to the pack, calls it, puts up 4 points. Adrian not picking up any points on that last jam. Looks like the Riots are going to start with 2 blockers in the penalty box.
The Riots actually holding Santa Cruz scoreless for the last 10 jams, and we've got an official timeout to adjust some tape on the track. You want your track to run better, the folks at SinCitySkates.com happy to help you with that. Sin City Skates actually treats our polished concrete floor here at the Ventura County Fairgrounds, and it helps us have a little more grip. So they donated a MVP pass to RollerCon to us for our raffle here in-house.
Has anybody won that yet?
No, we are giving it away tomorrow.
I see.
I guess I could say you could Venmo me the money and I'd totally buy you the raffle ticket and give you the prize if you won.
Jam's underway with number 85, Belle Scorcha, jamming for LA Riots, and Heartless Harpy jamming for Santa Cruz, getting hit to the outside, hasn't made it through the pack yet. And Belle trying to get through the pack, being met with some difficulty by Hustle and Flow. Calls it, picks up 2.
3 points for Bell on that last jam, 61-6 now. We're under the 3-minute mark, and it appears to me that the Riots will be going on tomorrow to play San Fernando Valley. And Santa Cruz will go on tomorrow to take on the Richmond Wrecking Bells from Bay Area. So it should be a great time tomorrow morning. Action starting, of course, at 9:30 a.m., but we've still got 2 more minutes of play. Talcan, tell me what you see.
I see, with my eye, number 91, Sonic the Hedgehog, jamming for LA Riots, but Health Hazard number 4 sneaks through first and gets called lead jammer. That's breaking a trend here for the last couple of jams. Taking herself out on turn 3, kind of smiling about that. She's going to try to put some points on the board. And it looks like she picks up 1 on that last jam. The bench celebrates on that 1 point. And you know, these girls, they scrimmage against the Boardwalk Bombshells, which is our A-Travel team. They do that every Thursday night, and the Bombshells want all the points. And so when the Hellcats score, even if it's 1, it's a celebration.
Maybe that's the arms thing.
It could be. It very well could be.
61-7 now, a minute 39 on that clock.
Jackie Nimble and Pony both jamming. Number 115, Sly Fox, going to the penalty box, as well as 271, Lexi Luther for Santa Cruz joining her. And both jammers are still trying to get through the pack with Pony in the front.
Sonic called lead jammer, but she was sucked back into the pack. A little eating of the baby, nom 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 nom, forces her to call off when Pony gallops away from the pack. No change in score. We are under a minute before the end of the game.
With number 85, Bell Scorcha. Am I saying that right?
I believe so, Bell Scorcher.
Okay. And Adrian's Revenge on the jam line.
Oh, Bell Scorcho.
Each team with a blocker in the penalty box to start. And Bell makes it out first, getting called lead jammer, while Adrian's hit to the outside between turns 1 and 2. Victoria Mayhem going to the penalty box for Santa Cruz, leaving only 2 blockers on the track for Santa Cruz. A6 joining her from the LA Riots in the penalty box. Nice juking by number 85. She gets through, picks up 4 points and calls it. Santa Cruz is able to pick up 2 points on that last jam.
And that, folks, is the whistle ending the game at 70-9, or is our unofficial final. Talcan, a great fight put up by Santa Cruz's B team here today. How amazing that they are making it to our championship Sunday here at Battle for the Coast. They will be taking on the Bay Area Richmond Wrecking Bells tomorrow morning at 9:30. And then we will see the Riots in a semifinal against the San Fernando Valley like OMGs at 11:30 tomorrow morning. And those times are Pacific if you're joining us from another region of the world.
It's very exciting.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Battle for the Coast. We have one more game for you tonight. San Diego's Derby Dolls take on the West Coast Derby Knockouts. Once again, my name is Ms. Communication.
And I am Talcan.
Thank you.